Good evening. This is Shriya here again with the final region update on the West region. I would say of all the regions, this would be one of the toughest regions. You do have 6 teams out of the top 11 in this bracket, led by Kansas. You do have UCLA. You do have Gonzaga. You have UConn in this bracket. Pretty tough bracket, I would say. This is probably one of the toughest brackets when brackets came out. And for me, as a UConn Husky alum, this was something that I did not want to see, but I do think it is going to be a battle getting out of this. And I think any team that will come out of this bracket, I do think that team is going to win it all. But let's start with Kansas first game against Howard. Kansas should easily roll this matchup. I don't see any problem for Kansas. And in the Arkansas-Illinois matchup, Arkansas is an interesting team against the Big Ten fighting Illinois. I feel that this may be a close game with Arkansas winning in the last few minutes of the game. St. Mary's VCU, this is an interesting matchup. I do think that St. Mary's, great record, 26-7. They've played against top 25 teams while VCU has not played against top 25 teams. So I don't see St. Mary's losing that. The interesting matchup is UConn versus Iona. Iona led by ex-Kentucky coach Rick Pitino. This could be an interesting matchup. I do think that there are some folks who are calling for some upsets there, but I feel that UConn should win this battle, but let's see where that goes. The next one is the TCU is facing against ASU Nevada winner, which will happen today. And I feel that TCU should win that battle. And in the next, the 3-14 Gonzaga and Grand Canyon, Gonzaga should easily win it out. 14-2 in the conference, consistent performance in the NCAA, especially in the early rounds. I mean, they do struggle as the rounds, as it gets to the Elite Eight and Final Four. But Gonzaga should have no problems. And the next one is the 7-10 matchup. Again, I'm an alum of Northwestern University, so they face Boise State. Of course, I'm going to go with Northwestern, coming from the Big Ten, 4-1 against top 25. So I really think that Northwestern is primed to win this matchup. And then finally, we come to the UCLA and UNC Asheville, one of the best defensive teams in the country, UCLA Bruins. Coming out of the Pac-10, and I think they're 18-2 in the conference. In a conference that has Arizona as well, that's an impressive record in itself. Although they lost their best defensive player, I don't see any problems for UCLA. And we'll get to round of 32 again. So for me, it pains me to say that, but I do think that Kansas is the pick for me that'll get into the Final Four. So just to recap, I see Alabama, Purdue, Houston, Kansas. That is very, very odd considering they're all number 1 seeds. But I really feel they are the 4 best teams within each region, and they should be at Houston. So with that, we end the preview for the West region. And after each and every round, we'll do a quick recap and update and see if my predictions come true.